We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington football team. Returning it, John Ross. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. This one across the 35.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Jones. Going deep downfield for Ross. And incomplete on the deep ball. These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the Giants with a road victory, so they'll look for the sweep here in MetLife Stadium. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Jones throw there into the hands of Ross. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. And he'll give it here to his running back. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Touchdown, Giants! A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Gano the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Start the drive. 13 yards, first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice gain.
And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On 2nd down now, it's Gibson, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll run with Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington now an extra point away from tying this thing up. Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now Ross to return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team would say, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. On second down, here's Gibson again. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 86 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. And the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. These two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now Tua. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he gets it down to the 32. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. And here's a give to Gibson. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Running the jet sweep, Landry. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Tua going to throw. Touchdown! That's caught. John Bates, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now. Showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage. And his kick is indeed good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense, because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Back to throw. Jones going deep downfield for Ross. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get inside of Washington's 15 before being taken down. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Looking to throw. Jones. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So that one will be accepted. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Giants get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is down to 2. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a little under a minute to go, it's still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Giants are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that
he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Chris Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. So we have come upon halftime, and it's the visiting group from Washington who are out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
On second down, Armstead. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a nice spin into some open field. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And a give this time to the tailback. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in, and he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Giants are going to jump back in front. Gano the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Here's Tua. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
On 1st down, Gibson. And some room to work. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And Washington has once again taken the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And now here's Ross. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones going deep downfield for Ross. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Giants. John Ross, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that will make this a 4-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Tackle made there by Jabril Peppers.
2nd and 7. Once more, Gibson. 166 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
2nd and 10.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 32-yard line. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Looking to pass, Tua.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson. It's a first down and more for Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, 32 yards. And Washington has taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 12, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Giants on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Jones got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he will have a Giants first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Now a toss here, short side. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Going deep downfield for Ross. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Giants. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the 4th. Gano now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Gibson again.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you can do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. Quick slant to Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. Touchdown! Antonio Gibson, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And Washington has taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here taken in by Ingram.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Jones. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. To throw is Jones. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. Now Jones. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at about the 31.
Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. And they'll indeed take a knee. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Down to an knee goes Tua, and that should just about do it. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here, when they're taking a knee, is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win, needed one desperately.
So a victory here for the Washington football team. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Washington, their battle to finish above 500 gets a slight lift as they move to 6-8 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Giants, the rough season continues as they've plunged to 1-13. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.